Hello, Com 120 Monday, Wednesday class. We did it. We accomplished a major goal in our life so far. We got through the first year of college. We did it. Everyone give yourself a round of applause because we did it. We all worked hard. We all got through the first year of college. This is not an easy task. There's not a We are already in the top elite percentage of kids our age. Kids like us, we go through college and we wonder, why do we do it? Why did we put ourselves through freshman year? Well, it's to make our future brighter. As we all know, this class, Com 120, was interpersonal communications, and it was speaking in front of groups. And Professor Hamstra made it so it was fun and it was easy to get through. He always had answers to our questions, no matter what they were. He would always reply in a reasonable amount of time if you ever had a question over email. All the assignments that we did in this class were all to prepare us for our future, and so we weren't uncomfortable and looked a little silly in front of a group. When we get in board meetings in our profession, or if we get in meetings in general, or somebody asks us to speak in front of a group, we now have a small taste of what it's like to do that, and we are prepared to do that now. The best part about this class was how fun and interesting Professor Hampshire made it. All the speeches that we did, we got to choose between what we were passionate about, what we wanted to do. And that is what makes this experience that much better. We don't often get to do that in classes because we have a set criteria of what we have to do with our papers or our assignments. But in this, we got to choose what we really wanted to do, what we were passionate about. This class made it so we had that small taste of what it's like to speak in front of a group. And that is something we will all take with us and take it and run with it because we now know that we can all do it. Yeah, some of us may have never done that before. I know I haven't. I've never had a class like that before, where we've had timed speeches and timed assignments where we had to speak in front of the group. And with this class and him grading us in a fair and even way that makes it so he gives us feedback and what we can do better, made it phenomenal. This class was one of the better classes of the year. It may have been at 8:30 and we may have all been tired, but guess what? We all went through it. We all did it. We all persevered through it. Some of us may have had anxiety up in front of the class, but I feel like now, after taking this class, some of us may not have it anymore. I know I don't. This class made it so I'm not as nervous in front of groups and speaking in front of people. Granted, we may have done it on topics that may not be so as professional as what we might do in the future, but guess what? It was all for a reason. We all did it so we could get that experience, so we don't look silly in front of our future bosses or directors. We did it. We got through this class. We got through freshman year in one of the hardest years of schooling that we may ever have to do because of the pandemic we're in. Online teaching and online learning may have ruined some people's will to go to college, but this class made it so we didn't have to feel that because we had one day in class, one day online. And on those online days, it felt like we were in person class because when we were speaking and we were doing our speeches, we had the camera on and we could see who we were talking to. That's what made it so great. We never felt out of place in this class, and I'd like to thank you, Mr. Hamstra, for what you put us through in this class, and not, I should rephrase that, not put us through. You didn't put us through anything. You helped us through this. And from this day forward, let's make the best decisions with our best interests in mind. And we should believe in ourselves more, because this class may have put some people through a social anxiety roller coaster. I know for me, it put me through a little bit of one at the very beginning of class because I was nervous to talk in front of the class. But this class made it so we weren't as uncomfortable. Now, we've got to take the next steps in our lives and move on. After freshman year, all the classes start to become more towards your degree, and they become more interesting to you. This first year, our freshman year, may have been a little slow because we had classes that were prerequisites and not towards our first class, or not towards our degree. But this class, in a way, put us more towards our degree because we had to do this at some point and learn to speak in front of people. This class was great, and I thank you, Professor Hamstra, for helping us get through this.